pledge allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First, we'll start off with, has everybody had a chance to read through the minutes from December 20th?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody, I'm looking for a motion to accept.
Second.
Neil, Don. Okay, is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, next is Highway Randy.
Okay, this will be kind of short and sweet. Logging, they're gonna haul the rest of the logs out tomorrow of Perkins Clearing, and then everything will be open and the Elm Lake logging is done as of last Friday. They'll be back, they're up by the Pig Rock right now. That's where they're gonna be all in it. So, as of after tomorrow, they'll be out of Perkins Clearing, that's the key thing. We've been doing nothing but ice storms for the last 2 weeks. Hopefully it's all done and we're gonna start actually getting the white stuff now. Tomorrow I signed the paperwork for ordering the garbage truck. The guy's coming back tomorrow. It looks like at this point in time, we are gonna be in the fourth quarter of this year, now being 2022. So that means they'll get it in October, then you gotta put the body on it and it'll be the end of the year. So, a couple months earlier than we thought, so earlier is better. And a little bad news is Betsy was notified that we did not get the grant for the snowmobile groomer. So they had an extreme amount of applicants, and needless to say, no, not everybody can get it. So that's it.
Did they say why we were refused?
The only thing they said is they had 14 point some million worth of applicants and they only had 1.9 that they could hand out. So,
And that's it?
that's it.
Okay, next I'll start with old business, which will be more bad news. Our museum grant was denied for the same reason. We got the paperwork the same day. Chris knows about it. Chris is planning on applying for other grants. So we're just gonna keep going along as we are, getting the donations, using the thermometer, move it up, and hopefully we'll get another grant or two down the road. So it's not a dead issue at all. We'll be working on it. Next is our code enforcement officer. On December 22nd, Bob, Neil, and I interviewed Eric Ash for a code enforcement position. After the interview, the three of us met separately and decided that it went very well and Eric was the right fit. So we temporarily appointed him so that he could start training with Bob for at least a week before Bob retired. So Bob and Eric did plan on coming tonight, but Bob is not feeling very well and hasn't been for quite a bit, so he's got a nasty cold. And Eric is starting, so we decided the next meeting they will come and everybody get to meet Eric. It's working very well. He trained quite a while. Bob got him online. We got him registered for the code enforcement classes, which starts in January. They will be completed in May. So at this time, we're looking for a motion to appoint Eric Ash as the town's zoning and code enforcement officer on a permanent basis. So I'm looking for a motion.
Well, for purposes of discussion, I will move it.
Correct. Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, now discussion. Anybody have any questions?
Is there a probationary period?
Not as long as he's doing his job.
Got it.
I mean, we're right there to know what's going on. He's right kind of with me and he kind of sort of not answers to me, but we work together.
It's a part-time
So-
job, so
Yes,
it's not
it's-
customary for us to do
Yeah.
probationary.
Understood.
Right.
Benefited job.
Okay, so it's part-time.
It's part-time. Usually his hours are gonna be 7:30 to 11:30, 12 o'clock, just like Bob was. The phone is already switched. He figured out how to switch our phones. Nobody else has been able to do it except Vicky Weiss. He did it. So he's gonna change Steffi's when she's ready too. So he's already done that. He's already had phone calls today, and when he was training with Bob, he actually did a permit. He went in the system. Bob taught him everything. So he's now kind of just playing around. We're waiting for Pete to get passwords and stuff switched around. That's a little hairy right now, but hopefully tomorrow Pete will be in and take care of that. But he lives right down the road from Randy on Fish Mountain Road. Give you a little bit of background would be nice. He used to live in Little Falls. He and his wife and son moved to the state of Ohio 6 years ago, where at first he worked for a lumber yard and then he worked for a trucking company. He managed a trucking company. And then they came back here. I'm not quite sure why, but they decided that they wanted to come back. They missed it and they wanted to be back here. Their son is in the Lake Pleasant School. Kathy, you probably know him. They're very happy. So we were very happy. There really is a Santa Claus.
Good.
He had some construction background,
Yeah.
Managed a lumber yard, had dealt with a fair amount of contractors, et cetera. And for the most part, you have to learn the state code, no matter whom we hired. And this fellow kind of starts with a clean slate. He's only been in town for 4 or 5 months, and he's anxious to both meet folks and you know, both get along with everyone by obviously knowing that job doesn't always lend itself to that.
Nope.
He's pretty, he's very good conversationalist and smart, strong.
Yeah, Bob said, Bob is
person.
very happy. He said he picked everything up really quickly. And when Bob would explain something, I'd hear him ask a question, which was a good question, because it was kind of vague what Bob was explaining, and I mean, he seemed to not be afraid to learn. He was really kind of, so,
You ladies have been here over the last year throughout meetings where at one point back last year, Bob had, you know, worked us into figuring that we needed to have software that was more mobile, more readily available. The office was kind of still stuck in the 80s. And so the stuff that we bought, along with things that we'll probably add on to that, will make this guy's job, moving into this job, more seamless. I thought we'd had more time to develop with this program, but even the program has good tech support, so I think we'll be all right.
no.
Oh, you died.
So, okay, so any other further discussion?
No, I don't know about that.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so carried. Okay. New business, everybody received a copy of the contract from the chamber for 2022.
Yes.
As you see, there's no changes. There's no changes to it, except the date. So I'm looking for a motion to sign the contract and get it back to the chamber.
So moved.
Don, okay, a second.
I'll second. Michelle.
Michelle, okay. Okay, any discussion?
Seems to be working okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, they said they give quarterly reports, and everything seems to be working quite well. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so I'll sign that and get that off. Okay, next we're going to start with our organizational appointments and resolutions. So the first one, Deputy Supervisor Neil McGovern is named as a voting delegate at the annual business meetings at the Association of Towns of the State of New York, being held February 20th through 23rd and 22. So the resolution to appoint Eric, oh no, I'm sorry. So I'm looking for a motion to appoint Neil to go to New York City.
Move.
Okay, Kathy, second.
I'll second it, better him than me.
Don,
Amen.
Well,
And-
having second, I will say this, that the registration for being there comes up near the end of this month. But it's not quite as easily done online as it was last year, which is how we did it. But either way, I will, do the voting and proctor those things either in person or mobile.
okay. Okay, is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so the next resolution is kind of a little behind here, but I want to appoint Eric Ash as Town Zoning Code Enforcement Officer, which we already did that, so I'm just going to, we did that 2 minutes ago. The next thing I wanted to bring up is Bob Bankovich has offered, since he is still certified and working with the state to keep his position. He has offered to attend the 27th Annual Northern CEO Conference, which is in February 28th through March 3rd in Lake Placid, which he does every year. If this would keep Bob certified until Eric is able to finish his training, which would be in May, then if we had any issues, we have Bob that can legally file any paperwork that has to be done for Eric. So, I guess I'm looking for the board to approve Bob Bankovich to attend the CEO conference, and the town will reimburse him for his expenses. Bob did offer to pay 50%, but basically, he's really not gaining anything out of this except looking out for the town and trying to help Eric. So I would like to see the board reimburse Bob for all his expenses for this.
So moved.
Neil, okay?
Second.
Kathy, okay? Is there any discussion?
Yeah, what's it gonna cost?
The total cost, I'm gonna make you do this, right?
Yep.
It is, I think, $128 a night, and it's 4 nights. And then over here, it's $380 total for the class.
Okay, then we have meals.
Mm-hmm.
Meals and mileage.
We're talking give or take $1,000.
Yeah, we usually, yes. And we did budget for it, for Bob, but anyhow,
Before we knew we were gonna have to do.
right, yes.
It's in the budget.
It's in the budget, so, okay, so, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so I will let Bob know, he did not know that we would be discussing this tonight. Okay. Next, I'm going to do town appointments. So I'm going to do a bunch all together. Resolution number 3 for 2022 town appointments offered by Deputy Supervisor Neil McGovern, Budget Officer Nancy Seitz, Attorney for Town Young and Somers, Historian Aaron Weaver, Official Bank NBT, Health Insurance Rep Stephanie Smith, Justice Court Clerk Stephanie Smith, Deputy Court Clerk Faith Cleveland, Deputy Town Clerk Faith Cleveland, Animal Control Officer Mike Peck, Deputy Animal Control Officer Laura Peck, Registrar of Vital Statistics and Handicap Permit Issuer Stephanie Smith, Purchasing Agent Betsy Bain, Youth Recreation Director Samantha DeRocha, Parks and Rec Foreman Randolph Lavarnway, Refuse and Recyclable Foreman Randolph Lavarnway, Official Newspaper Hamilton County Express. So I'm looking for a motion to vote on all of them together, offered by,
I'll move it. For sure.
okay, a second?
Second.
Okay. Okay. So next,
Who seconded? Who seconded?
I did.
You did, Neil,
seconded.
okay.
Okay. Next,
You want discussion?
No, I was just motioning that.
was there anybody any discussion?
Is that list available for eventually? I got it.
Got it here.
Yeah, we should go.
Got it.
Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next, I just want to give a little background before I go to the next resolution. Judge Purdy has officially retired as of December 30th. I'm looking to reappoint him today for 1 year, because the way we are right now, a judge's term is 4 years. Judge Smith and Judge Purdy both expire the same year. So if we appoint Judge Purdy for 1 year, someone will have to run this year, and then they'll start a new term for 4 years, then he and Judge Smith would be staggered by 2 years. So,
It always was staggered, we never left ourselves, you never want to leave yourself without an experienced judge. And then turned out when Ellen retired, Katie came on and they were basically synced right up with Don.
oh, see, I never knew how that happened.
Yeah, so it's something that we really should have addressed a while ago.
Yeah.
At this point, particularly as you say, with Don aging out or retiring
Mhm.
out, this will be a special appointment for a year.
Well, we talked this week, and he is willing to step up to the plate for 1 year. I guess I'm looking for a motion to accept Judge Purdy for 1 year. Don?
Second.
Okay. Second by Kathy. Discussion?
Only that, when you said run, what this does is gives now this whole, from now till November 22, for peoples who want to get in this game to politic and think about it and go back, ask their significance, et cetera, and then run. So no matter when it's done, we just
Right.
place out till December
Yep.
31st.
Yeah. So in March, someone will
Primary,
hopefully run in the primary
right.
for town justice.
So that's a word we'd like to get out.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to happen.
Yep, yep. Okay, so is there any further discussion on that?
That was kind of him. That was nice of him.
You're very nice, yes. Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, so Judge Purdy is going to be sworn in tomorrow morning in my office. Next resolution, authorization for superintendent of highways to make purchases of tools, etc. at a cost not to exceed $2,999 and to buy oil, tires, salt at state contract pricing. Okay, offered by Don, second,
Second.
Neil. Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Next resolution is to set the mileage rate for reimbursement at 58.5 cents per mile.
Is that the county and Fed?
Well, the county isn't going to decide till Thursday, but they follow the feds, and I went online to the feds, and that's what it is. So, okay. Okay, so that is Neil. Second?
I'll second.
Don? Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm sorry, what was the 58?
58.5. Yeah. Any opposed? Okay, next resolution, Town of Lake Pleasant to adopt the holiday schedule as established by Hamilton County on file, which we have, offered by,
Rochelle?
second.
Kathy.
Okay, any discussion?
So that number has gone up one.
Yes.
With, what was it?
Juneteenth.
There you go.
Yep,
Can't fight City Hall.
yep, yep. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so carried. Okay. And we go into resolution number 8, that regularly scheduled town board meetings will be held at the Lake Pleasant Public Library at 2864 Route 8, Speculator, New York, at 7 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month, or as otherwise published and/or posted. There will not be a meeting on a Monday holiday. So I'm looking for a motion.
Moved. Excuse
Okay,
me.
second?
Second.
No? Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, resolution number 9, town clerk office hours will be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Looking for a motion?
Is she okay?
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
I
good.
think so, she worked with Deb on this.
Okay.
Okay, okay, offered by
I'll offer that.
Don? second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, next is resolution number 10, appointment of Board of Assessment Review would be Donna Bankovich, October 1st of 21 to September 30th of 26, offered by,
So,
second?
Rochelle.
for sure.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 11, appointment to Zoning Board of Appeals, Tim Smith, starting January 1st, 22 to December 31st of 25. Offered by Don,
Second.
Abby. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Just thank yous on these.
So carried, okay. Resolution number 12, approve the audit. Okay, let's go back to, we're done with that, we don't want to do that one, not yet. Okay, so, next we have committee reports. Don, you have any committee reports?
No, it's just, the one question that's already been answered is, the ski lessons went off, or skiing went off okay over Christmas week, because I know last year there was a problem.
Yeah. So between one of these ladies, they probably know, because kids skiing this week, how that went?
My kids went twice this week. The second time they went was Sunday, and it was not the greatest conditions. It was pretty quiet. But the first time they went was Thursday, and it was very, very busy.
Okay.
Lots of their friends were there, so I assume it was classmates.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that the vouchers were handed out the Wednesday before vacation.
Good, okay.
So everybody knew about it.
Pardon me?
Everybody knew about it.
My kids didn't bring theirs home until Thursday night.
Mine don't bring anything
The
home.
kids were given them Wednesday, whether they made it out of their book bags
There
is
we go.
anybody's
Okay.
guess.
That's good.
Yeah, there you go.
I know all about
You
it.
did your part, right?
Yeah.
No, they came to my classroom, asked how many kids were in the town of Lake Pleasant, boom, 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 that's how it went.
Perfect, okay, perfect. Okay, so that's good. Neil? You girls aren't on committees yet, so guess
No.
what, Randy?
Skating free.
Anything? No? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry? I see him. Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to pay the bills for December 31st of 21 and January 3rd of 22.
I'll move that.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Questions? You guys looking over something new? Any questions that you have? No?
Nope.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so next is public comment. Public comment? Thank you,
Sorry.
thank you. No public comment?
I actually don't have anything.
Wow,
Okay,
okay.
I thanked you all the last meeting.
Okay, yes, you did.
Yes,
That
I
was very
did.
nice.
Otherwise, I would have remembered to do it today.
Okay. Pete, anything?
No, I got information for the new council person's email,
Okay,
and they haven't done anything with the old ones yet.
okay,
And I think what we should do is forward them to you or
okay.
Stephanie, whoever, just in case stuff comes in. And, theoretically, we probably should change the passwords. Not that we don't trust people, but,
Yeah, well, once they get them set up, then they can change them themselves, and what
Well,
we do.
no, the new ones are okay, I'm saying the people who are not on the town council now,
Okay,
we just could keep those addresses so that if there's any incoming mail, leftover or somebody doesn't know or whatever, and then, but, however you want to do it, you could assign whoever to check whoever's, or whatever, and but I would change the passwords.
Okay,
And I probably ought to change the town clerk password just because.
Right. To keep the email.
Not that we don't trust Debbie, but,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pass that down,
Missing
make sure she
yourself.
sees it behind the back.
Okay, well, I know Eric was in touch
Okay.
with you today, the new.
I changed his,
I was
Okay.
and
happy
then
it
I
was on the
had
sheet.
real problems with Kathy, and it turns out, I suspected this, but I couldn't get around it. Turns out that the apostrophe in her full name as the display name screwed up their system.
Okay,
I've had that problem with O'Connell,
You know,
the apostrophe.
and the problem is I created the account, or so I thought, and with a, you know, like I did with everybody else's, it's just your first name, last name, no spaces, you can't do spaces, no underscores, nothing, all lowercase. It doesn't matter in email, it's all lowercase. And then you put the display name in, town, you know, Lake Pleasant Town Council or whatever. And after a while, I said, well, what's different about this one? I could create Rochelle, I created a test account, I deleted and I created, like with Kathy and Catherine, and it took me all day today with back and forth with them. I think when Jean was there, you know, when she was really active, if you picked up the phone and you called them, likely as not you'd get her. But
Who's Jean?
Jean Brown,
oh,
digital topaz.
oh, okay.
Jean's retired, basically, they're paying her a little bit of consulting or something. And they really didn't replace her with another person who puts in all that time. And so you gotta submit, you know, basically submit a support request and wait for, it's gonna be either Lisa or Joe probably, you're gonna get back to you. And, you know, about one more try, I was gonna send an email and say, call me on the phone, this is enough of this emailing stuff, you know. But, they figured it out.
Okay,
And maybe, the other question is, Chris is still there as the webmaster. Is she gonna do that, or?
No. no, Rochelle is gonna contact Chris this week.
So we gotta put you in as the webmaster, and there's two, she's also in as an admin for the whole thing, so we could take her off that and put somebody else in. And Debbie was
She put her minutes on, her official minutes.
yeah, but she did that as the town clerk, I think she logged
Yes,
in.
Steffi will be doing that.
But, so there's the email accounts, and then there are the user accounts, and there's me, and Chris, right now are admins, and then Debbie, you know, town clerk was a editor or contributor, I don't know what it was, in other words, she couldn't do everything. I don't know if that was how she did probably that's how she did the minutes.
That is.
All right. So we can just use that account, I think I can change the name of it or something, I'll
Okay.
figure that out.
Okay, and you work that with Steph,
Yeah.
Steph is
Yeah.
gonna need that from you.
Yeah,
And then, so you can actually change everything for Rochelle. I hate to bother Chris because I know she's got a lot of issues at home right now.
yeah.
With Val, he's not good. So I hate to bother her. So if you can change things, I mean, I'll certainly be in touch with Chris.
I should be able to do everything, I think.
Okay, so I'll talk to Chris tomorrow then.
You
And let her
know.
know that you're going to,
The only
Take care of
thing
it.
is, you know, she's the one who knows, she's the one who probably, well, I don't know.
She'll have to figure it out.
And Chris is, I think Debbie put minutes on,
yes,
but did Debbie change other stuff, or
No.
I think Chris was
Chris
doing
did all that. But
So,
Rochelle does it for the county.
Chris
so
did the
you can
website,
figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Chris did the website, Nancy did the Facebook page.
Right,
Right,
right. So, okay, so then maybe if you can get things switched, I'll go.
so I gotta put you in, and then you I don't know if Debbie told you the account or not, but we can do that.
Right, we haven't gotten to that yet,
She'll be here
yeah.
Wednesday, right?
Well, yeah, she'll be here Wednesday, I think we're going over
Yeah.
that Wednesday. But
Uh,
hopefully we can just change a password or something, right, and then,
Well, I mean, you don't really have to change anything except
Right.
it says Debbie, you know,
right,
so we put your name in there. But that's not it's not like the email, people don't see that, but we wanna just do it just so, you know, things don't get left the old way.
okay.
And,
All right, so
We'll
you're
figure it
gonna
out.
work it out with them, maybe you could,
and actually, again, it's like everything else, I can't tell you the password because they're all encrypted, all I can do is change it, so I can just change that. And, you know, I don't know, we can wait till Wednesday if you wanna talk to Chris, see if she has any particular good information for you. But it should be easy.
so, okay, so what kind of information are you?
Well, I mean, you know, well, actually, Rochelle, you're gonna do the sort of the administration stuff.
Yeah,
But Debbie's probably already showed you how to do the minutes.
Well, not on the website yet, no.
Oh,
Wednesday.
she's
We're
gonna do
gonna work
that
on that
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
all right. Well, you know what, I'm not gonna change that login so that she
Yeah.
can just come in and do it,
Yeah.
and then after that, we'll fix it.
Okay,
So am I just contacting Chris and talking to her and telling her that you'll go ahead and change things so that it will, then
Yeah,
Rochelle, Chris
I'll
knows
take
Rochelle is
Chris.
taking over.
Right, cause I'm an admin, the same as Chris is, so
Okay.
whatever Chris can do, I can do.
Okay,
And all I'm gonna do is either create a new admin account or change the name on it or
okay,
something.
so I'll let her know that,
Yeah.
okay, and then you can go ahead and take care of that with
Yeah.
Rochelle so she can get moving and figure out what she wants to do.
Right.
Perfect, okay, so, next is roundtable. Dawn,
Nothing? for me?
nothing, Neil,
Oh, I just wanted to mention the fence at
there you
the,
go.
the fence at the cemetery looks great.
Yes, it does.
I may have done that last meeting too, but it really
Still looks
impressed me.
great.
So I'll do it two meetings in a row.
So I will tell you that, we actually had a plan to go take pictures, with Mrs. Williams and her daughter Nancy and Debbie, because this was Debbie's thing she wanted done before she left. And Chris is gonna do a story on it, we're gonna take pictures and it's gonna go in the paper. We kinda have to put it off for maybe a week till Chris has some time. We're gonna go ahead and get that going, because it'll be a nice story to go in the paper. Like you said, it really looks nice and it's a big plus.
Can we back up on public comment for 1 second?
Sure.
I want to thank Randy for putting up the fence for the bricks.
Oh,
He mentioned fence, and that's what made me think
Oh,
of it,
yeah.
and I noticed it when I was coming in today, because prior to this, people were walking on the bricks to return books,
Right.
and there was a lot of salt from their feet
Yep.
getting onto the bricks,
Yep.
which Kathy, thank you Kathy, spent a lot of time getting that salt off of the bricks, where you couldn't see the
That's smart.
people's names, et cetera.
Good move.
And thank you, Randy, for taking care of that. The book collection has been changed, the direction of it, and they did put the snow fence around it, so
Nice.
you'll be walking on it, so thanks, I appreciate it.
Good, smart play, yes, sir.
Okay, so roundtable. Stephanie, did you have anything?
nothing other than the next meeting is on a Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna work on
We're
that
gonna-
next.
okay, all right.
Michelle, did you wanna add anything, or Kathy? I know.
Not
kinda
till I
you
have an
were-
email
no.
account.
Randy?
No.
Randy, anything? Okay.
I-
I'll go ahead.
I've just done roundtable, two things. Polar plunge went very well, thanks all who came and donated. Just got another donation tonight, so that would make it $725 to
Nice.
Wounded Warriors, and it's appreciated. Had to look back in the annals to find out, 10 years,
It's 10 years.
10 years.
Okay.
Bill Sampson, Johnny Rankin, myself, and a couple of folks from Northville did it the first year, and that was 2013, and counting out, yesterday was the 10th.
Nice, nice. And we'll say that Neil did it, I did it, and Rochelle did it.
Rochelle.
So we had 3 reps from Lake Pleasant.
See, it doesn't hurt a bit.
Yeah, not at all.
It was a lot of fun.
Because of the bruise on my foot.
No instant
Oh.
headache or anything?
No headache.
Okay.
My other thing on the roundtable was, I went to the mail today and I thought, isn't this nice? I mean, your first day back business, and we all got a nice note from Stephanie. I thought, listen, that's very thoughtful. Tax bill. Oh,
Oh,
you're right out the box, huh? First day in office, bang, you're good.
Actually, the
oh
county
yeah, I have a
does
lot to
that.
do
I
with
know
that.
they do.
I worked hard on that one though.
You're hitting on there, isn't that thoughtful, Stephanie?
I have a question.
Okay,
On our minutes,
Mhm.
I printed them out. It says State of New York on the top of the right-hand corner.
I've got that too.
Sure
New
enough.
York,
Who knows?
2679 Route 8. I don't know.
I mean, it
Town
says us
town of
too.
Lake
It
Pleasant.
says down in Pleasant, but it.
Yeah, it says State of New York on top. I was a little confused with that. I confuse Indians.
They make all our rules, so you know, who has to take them, when you have to take them,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's a good point, I don't know.
You
Stephanie can
be a
probably
rebel
fix
and
that.
strike it out of there.
Yeah.
Just flip flop them.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
anything
mess
else
with
on the
that.
Not
roundtable?
me.
No. Nobody else. Randy, roundtable?
Nope.
Nothing. Okay, I have just a couple things. Budget transfers for 2021 will be done at our next meeting. We wanted to hold off a bit just because bills are still coming in for 21, so we want to wait another 2 weeks and then we'll do the transfers. We received our landfill bill once a year. It's still $2,032. Our final cost will only be $772 because Morehouse, Arietta Wells, and Speculator will be all paying a percentage. So our final take is only $772.
Does Town of Hope use that too? I thought I've
The
seen.
town who? No,
No?
no, Morehouse, Arietta, Wells, Speculator, and Lake Pleasant. Yeah, no.
I thought I saw their truck over there.
Huh.
Let me hope and bless them.
Monday through Friday in Indian Lake, they will be doing testing from 10 a.m. on. You know, you can call and make an appointment, or you can just go. And then I just want to mention that there is COVID testing this Wednesday, the 5th, at the Lake Pleasant Fire Hall at 1 o'clock. Just want to say that we do have a lot of COVID going around right now. It's getting pretty crazy out there. But just everybody, just if you could mask up, it's a smart move. Our next meeting,
Concerning COVID testing, are they gonna be handing out at-home tests?
well, if the state mails them out.
Okay, that's,
We're still waiting, we haven't gotten the home tests yet, we're still working on, the schools are just getting them. And trying to get the kids, because we want to keep the kids going to school, and Indian Lake is virtual already. And I believe Long Lake, but I think Long Lake is only a temporary, they did it as a precaution. But the numbers with even children are going up, so. Our next meeting is actually scheduled, it falls on Martin Luther King Day. The library is available on Tuesday, the next day, the 18th, at 5 p.m. because they have another meeting at 7 p.m. So I'm just looking for the board.
All sounds very familiar
Yep, yeah.
in previous years.
So our next meeting, if you all approve, would be January 18th at 5 p.m. Would that work for you two ladies? Yep, Kathy, will
I
that
can
work
be there.
for you? Okay, Steph?
Yes.
Oh, okay, Neil,
Fine,
Don? Okay, so January 18th, Tuesday it will be. Okay, and if there's nothing else, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Okay, okay. We'll see everybody on the 18th.
How fast you do. Boy, Gary, he's
It's right there.
right in.